Good evening, good afternoon, good day, depending on where you are in the world. Happy Thursday. What a week it's been. We're almost to the weekend. You'll forgive me if there's no webcam right now. I'm kind of in lazy dress mode, and I'm pushing through a headache. So the extra lightages and stuff are just not being my friend, but I couldn't not stream for you guys. So I'm here. You just can't see me. I'm like John Cena. You can hear me, but you can't see me. Hope you're all doing well this wonderful Thursday. The weather here is kind of bleh, but it's a wonderful day in the Zim. We're here in Martinsville, Virginia, where we left off last Thursday, and we're going to make our way up to Richmond, Virginia, for the Richmond International Raceway for the weekend's race. Now, the flight plan is tricky because I had to really kind of do a convoluted route, kind of go way out of the way, take the scenic route, as it were, and because it's not realistically all that far from Martinsville to Richmond, but, well, we like flying. That's the point, and there's a particular airplane I really wanted to fly, and so that's what we're doing. Well, I hope you're all well. Head over to the chat. I saw that Scorpio49 subscribed at tier 1 for 3 months in advance. Many thanks, my dude. Very, very much appreciated. 99 is in. Good evening to you. Draco is in. Hello, hello. Cap at 9, the legend himself is here. Two-Tone Murphy with the host and the hello, hello. So Murph just launched a really nice first impressions video of a new F-16 that is available for Microsoft Flight Sim over at simmarket.com. It looks really interesting. It's kind of along the lines of the Eurofighter. The dev seems keen to improve it, make it better, but it's really a passion project, not something, it's not DCS level, it's not study level, but it's a level of fun, and it looks like it's going to get some really good support, so that's really encouraging that we can have something new and fun to toss around with the Eurofighter and the F-15. Where did I leave off? There we go. Draco says, Murph, you're alive. The children of Jupiter haven't gotten him yet for visiting the spaceport, so we'll keep an eye on him. Pretty much, Murph, it's sweatpants and a hoodie and my normal hat. It's just you can't see me. 40 Gumble is in. Hey man, sorry to hear about the headache. Good to hear. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I couldn't not go live. I wasn't feeling bad enough to where I couldn't stream. I'm incognito. Stealth mode. Kozaki Flyers in. Many thanks, Kozaki. Glad to see you here. Shuffle Shoes is here. Good to see you. Scorpio49, good evening to you, and many thanks for the sub. Dougal McTavish is in, attempting to join this flight if my PC doesn't throw big. Well, let's knock on wood, cross our fingers, and pray that the flight sim and PC powers that be let you fly. But it's always good to see you, my dude. Goblin Zeus is in. Good evening to you. Viper Strike can't join in now. No worries. We got plenty of flying to do. My head was pounding thanks to our April blizzard of snow. Oh, yeah. April, Michigan in April. Take your chances. We didn't get if we got snow over here, I didn't see it. But it did get cold, and that's playing havoc on my sinuses, which in turn cause headaches. So, yeah, it's the joys of living in Michigan. So, we are flying the PA-44 Seminole today because, well, shoot, I haven't flown it in a while, and I really like this airplane. So, here we are flying it. Well, we're not flying it yet, but we're gonna fly it. Yes, Dougal. May the odds ever be in your favor. Twitching as usual, so I'll be flying along also. Well, sorry about that, Cat Bat. I wish I could do something about it. But my Well, it is what it is. I'm just glad you're flying along. Goblin will be in the PA-44 as well. Awesome. Seeing the labels, no airplanes. Ooh. That kind of sounds like Murph's multiplayer livery or multiplayer aircraft bug. Says, I see one airplane and not a whole lot else, unless I'm looking in the wrong direction. There's a MiG and a Seminole. A MiG Seminole. A couple folks at the end of the runway. Well, I suppose I can, unmute Flight Sim. So yeah, it's not every day you go to take off from an airport and you find out that you're parked next to a MiG-15. That's of course the freeware MiG-15 available at flightsim.to. I believe Kozaki Flyer flies it on occasion. So yeah, we'll get in the cockpit and we'll get this party started. We're going to open that because, well, it's a nice day and want a little bit of fresh air. The Aero 3 from Just Late has been updated. It has. And it has the fancy schmancy GN 750 or whatever it is. Ooh and ah, as Murph would say. But yeah, so I haven't really taken it out much. I loaded it in the sim just long enough to get the new piece of avionics going, but I haven't spent too much time with it today yet. Copper Pete is in. Good to see you. Hope you're well. So yeah, so prompt mixture, throttle cracked. We want cowl flaps open. Set our trim. Kozaki is in a Mooney today. Nice. Sound seems different. There are dual Garmin. Yeah. So it gave an option to have the GNS 530 and then the GNS 430 as a COM 2, NAV 2, which makes perfect sense. I wish they had the option for the 430 along the 750 or whatever it is, but yeah, oh well. Okay, so master switch is on, beacon is beaconing, if there was one. So I'll pop on the nav lights and try to get the strobe lights going. So I'll go outside and make sure they're working. They are, and there is a beacon. There's a beacon, but there's no switch. I always thought that was weird. Whatever. Well, so we'll turn our strobes off. So, mags to both. Clear prop. Now you'll see what I did there. I was just making sure that you all knew what was going on. So, start engines. Get them going. The same size you flying the PA-44. Nice. Yeah, the PA-44 it's nice. It's just my only gripe is you look out the window, you see that, and I don't mean you see the MB339, although I do see that, but you see the engine. That's the only thing that kind of spoils it, but not enough to really worry about. As long as I often say to Jay Wernicker, as long as the turbo encabulator works properly, I'm good. 737 L737. Hello, not flying tonight. Installing some new toys. Ooh, but watching. Well, glad to have you along, even as a spectator. Can't wait to hear about your new fancy schmancy toys that you're installing. Sound awesome. So we're going to set vertical speed to, call it 7. We're probably going to cruise around, we'll call it 5. We'll start with 3,500 feet, see how it goes. So we're checking that. We want that nav. We want CDI on GPS. Make sure everything's green. That's doing its thing. Aha! CNCs. Those are a fancy... That is a fancy toy. So, we'll release the parking brake. Kind of give her a bit more throttle. Start. Come on. Let's go. Airplane you want to fly. You know you do. We're gonna head down this way towards the runway. We're gonna have a bit of a crosswind for the takeoff, but that's okay. Hit those apexes. I hit those apexes. So I've been getting into some Forza Motorsport 7 on the PC. I need to dial in the settings. Because there's a few tracks that were like whole frames. Oh boy. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been kind of scratching the itch of racing for me. Watching a lot of Fu Manchu, good guy, friend of mine, former coworker, does a lot of iRacing. But great. What do you think of the... I think it shows a lot of promise. It's kind of along the lines of the Eurofighter, except it almost looks better. Like the cockpit's much more well done. It should be interesting. It's definitely one to keep an eye on, and with the developer seeming to be keen on supporting it, that says a lot in and of itself. He is an awesome driver, Two-Tone. Good dude, Fu Manchu. Ben McClure's in. Good evening to you. Hope you're well. So we're here on runway 31. We're going to make sure everything's with us, and then we're going to get going as somebody's taking off. Not so far that I've seen. Okay, so right aileron, having to use a bit of left rudder. Positive rate. You're coming up. I don't even know if I used flaps. I didn't even use flaps. How about them? How about them apples? Come on, Sim. There you go. Had to think about life for a second. We're going to do our nice casual left-hand circuit around the field. FS6 had the carrier in the F18 in it by default. I honestly I wouldn't count on Asobo putting in either of them by default. Maybe the carrier, or at least adding carrier functionality. They definitely, this time around, have been, I mean, especially with the Asobo, or specifically with the Asobo, they don't seem too keen on anything related to war, so I wouldn't necessarily count on any aircraft, military aircraft from them. I could be mistaken, and they might surprise me. But I would imagine that they would at least add in carrier functionality. Otherwise, there's hard deck simulations, and they've got it dialed in, or at least something that works, until we get ships that can move and still have carrier functionality. So, I mean, the sim's not even a year old, so they've got a lot of other bugs to work through that I'm willing to give them some time on. So I think everyone is up. We're gonna go ahead and get that autopilot set. That said, that's intercepting the line. We're at almost the altitude we want. And beep. And now we will trim the performance. So we're at 3,000 feet, give or take. So we want a 22 at 24. And we'll load the runway. There we go. So I hope everyone's week's been going okay so far. We're past the halfway point. Oh, speaking of the France update, I do apologize for no video going up on YouTube. There seemed to have been a glitch in the Matrix. And it kept thinking I was broadcasting for basically a full day after I ended the broadcast on Tuesday. So it just, all things kind of went sideways, and so unfortunately no replay of that one, so I apologize. Good to see ailerons into the wind. I'm doing the best I can. Struggling with a bit of a headache today, drinking plenty of water and a little bit of orange juice. But I wasn't ill enough to not stream, but I'm at the point where you just can't see me today. Always good to have you in the stream, my friend. Speaking of stream scheduled, pending everything going on, I'd like to get an hour-ish, hour to 2 hour stream in between now and Sunday to finish the last leg of last Sunday's trip and do it on network. No worries, Corky. Just glad to have you in. But I was thinking of doing it before tomorrow's stream. Well, let me rephrase that because thoughts just kind of got jumbled up. I was going to do it yesterday before Murph's stream, but some other things happened and it just wasn't going to work out. Nice break. And then, so I may try to do it tomorrow before Murph's stream. It's a simple leg of going from Ogalla, Nebraska up to Cheyenne, Wyoming on VATSIM. So it should be a short flight, but one that I'd like to get in because I don't want to have to add it in or add it onto Sunday's flight because that's just going to make it even longer than it's going to be on its own. Had to change servers, multiplayers causing machine to... Ouch. Well, I know you're flying along even if I can't see you, so it is what it is. I think a lot of it has to do with just concentration of aircraft, because we could all switch servers and the stutters will come back. Because, you know, Murph did a lot of that yesterday with server hopping and figure out, oh, it seems stable, move over there, stutters are back. So, I think it's just they've introduced a unfortunate bug to do it with multiplayer, which is extremely annoying. Certainly beautiful countryside here in Virginia and West Virginia. I am on live weather, Draco. Got a few puffy clouds here and there. Dean Lafford is in along with Roger RC75. Hope you're all doing well. Just seen some different performance in our aircraft, and I was on preset. Aha. Yep, that'll do it. Time of day, please. I have it set to, it's about 20 after 7 in the morning on live weather. It's Flight of the Seminoles today. Oh wait, that's a DA-62. Flight of the Twins. It's a little bit. It doesn't feel as bad as it did when we were in the Jabiru. That was bouncy. That was an uncomfortable ride last Thursday in the Jabiru. Beautiful scenery, but man, it was bumpy. I mean, I'd rather get bumped around in something like a Seminole or even a 172 other than a, you know, an ultralight. Kidding, he's still hurt. No kidding. I got dents in the head from or dents in the ceiling rooftop of that Jabiru from my head bouncing off of it. Since the update, it's been unfriendly for my group flights myself. Yeah, I've noticed the same thing. Like, I can, in the smaller groups, it's not nearly as bad. It's almost, you know, it's fairly tolerable. By myself, it's awesome. But in the big group flights, like yesterday, it's pretty bad. I'm reasonably certain that Asobo is aware. I was going to say that Two-Tone is aware of it, but I'm pretty sure he is. But I'm pretty sure that Asobo are aware of the issues, so hopefully they address it and give some sort of update about a hotfix, because this isn't something they can let just go until the next update. They're going to have to hotfix this, hotfix it ASAP. because a lot of people are going to be real upset real fast if they don't. I'm not necessarily upset over it so much as it's an issue and they should probably fix it. But I'm not going to break out my torch and pitchfork. I owned today, and it was after I tried putting the new version of the working title. Huh. That said, I haven't flown anything that I installed the latest version of the 1000, but I haven't yet loaded up anything that had it in it so far. The G3000, unless they put out a new version sometime today, I've had the latest, and it's been fine for me. But I also haven't really had anything that used it. Ordered an upgrade for my internet today. So far, I am on 16 megabit and have ordered 100 megabit. Let's see if let's hope. We'll keep our fingers crossed and knock on some wood. Kind of having withdrawals from the bus. Our good friend Seamus McNeil hasn't streamed in a few days, and I hope the bus is okay. Draco says, if not, you'll at least have some fast internet. Ain't that the truth? I must be very fortunate. I honestly don't know right off the top of my head what speed internet I have. But it did not take all that long for me to get the update on Tuesday. The bus still fascinates me, yeah. Is the bus... Wait. Are we talking about 99 hour? Are you talking about the bus still parked in Berlin, or... I feel like Seamus may have parked it on the street, walked out to explore, and forgot where he parked it. I would have done that too. We've got Allie coming up on Allie's stream coming up on Saturday. Hopefully, Ailerons in the Wind streams on Sunday. Got Jay Winokur streaming Monday, Tuesday this month. He streamed some Tank Crew from IL2 Tank Crew, and it was actually pretty neat. Just waiting on the fiber line outside to be connected after that. Or after they laid it last week, 200 megabits second from 30, gonna feel like, no kidding. It's like going from a 152 to an F-15. Let's see, EL, I have 50 megabit, but it still takes time. I got 12 megabit top speed when downloading the update. Your speed doesn't mean anything if the other end is through. Very true. Last time I heard it was jammed in my cars surrounding it. Yeah, the AI traffic in the buses can get kind of nuts sometimes. Goblin, I finally got the ultralight in MSFS and fly over Paris. Paris is awesome. I can tell you now, saw the spots I know. Nice. Yeah, I've liked flying the Aerolite 103. Forget the publisher of it, but it's actually a fun little airfield. Sorry, my brain's just not today. It's a fun little airplane, a little ultralight, and it's been fun taking it up on occasion with Coffee House, because he's flying from, the Plymouth Monument in Massachusetts as Brazenhead with the subscription. Howdy, my dude. Hope you're well. we're here flying in Virginia. But yeah, Coffee House is flying it from Massachusetts to San Diego, and that thing, I think the cruise speed of that thing's 55 knots. You'd go faster on the highway. Yes, it is. It is available in the InSim marketplace. It's a nice little airplane. It's not that expensive either. Oh, we're getting a little bit of terrain. I got to be careful we're not going to, you know, pull a Murph and fly into a mountain. Let's look at the mountains, though. Can you imagine living here? Oh, yeah. No, Coffee House is a good dude. I think he's about a similar drive as it would take for me to get to Fabio down in Columbus. 5 hours or so. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful, Ben. I love the Aerolite. You can land and take off almost anywhere. Yeah, 100% 99 hour. 100%. Brazen Heads making the rounds on Twitch. Sea of Thieves Season 2 came out today, so lots new to explore. Nice. You going to be streaming it later? The Aerolite, it can't be more than 15 bucks. Roger that, Brazen. Saturday? Awesome. I'll do my best to tune into Brazen Head's stream on Saturday, checking out Season 2 of Sea of Thieves. I don't think they modeled that quite correctly. Just a hunch. So, shout out to Brazen Head. A little bit of Apex Legends, a little bit of Splinter Cell, a lot of Sea of Thieves. Better? Aerolite is 1533. It's not real expensive. It's a fun little thing. Erlansky is in, just dropping in to admire the scenery. It looks awesome so far. Yeah, no, this is a beautiful area of the world. I say that just about everywhere we fly, though. But it's so true. I've actually... The irony of that, though, is I've lowered my bitrate to, like, 4,200. Yes. So we've started in Martinsville, Virginia. We're heading north, then we'll head east, and then we'll head south into Richmond. We had to go up and around just because of the plane I wanted to fly and needing to fill time. So yeah. So we're kind of in the Blue Ridge Mountains right now. The Appalachians get better the further north we go. I mean, you can look at it from there. As it also seems we're getting a little bit of weather. So we're kind of flying into West Virginia a little bit. That's where our first landing will be in. Roanoke. Yep. Nice airport settled into, surrounded by mountains. Yeah. Take me home, country roads, West Virginia. Or, no, wait. Take me home, country roads, back to where I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. Shout out to John Denver. Yeah, his name escaped me for a minute. I got it. Take me home, country roads, to the place that I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. Nice. I'm bad with names. That's somewhere between William Shatner and what's his name? Your man, the guy. His name's on the tip of my tongue, and Christopher Walken. That's it. Thank you, Abnormal 34. Brainwave hit me as soon as you typed it in. There's something on the wing. Something on the wing. You know, I appreciate all of you being in the chat. Hey, look, slice out of the clouds. Look at that. Yeah, I don't do the impressions quite like Murph does. And it's a service I provide for free and no extra charge for the stream. The Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the Lonesome Pine. In the pale moonshine, our hearts entwine. Where she carved her name, and I carved mine. Oh, June, like the mountains, I'm blue. Dabba-dee. Wait. Like the pine, I am lonesome for you. In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the Lonesome Pine. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. I don't know if that was code for something, but it made for a good song. The classic Laurel and Hardy, aha. Except when, except when it's sunburned. Yeah, that kind of sunshine on my shoulders does not make me happy. That's ow. Please don't do dueling banjos. Bad sunshine. Bad sunshine, bad touch. Oh, goodness. Such a beautiful area of the world. I've been here through here once or twice. Seamus McNeil is in. We were just talking about you and missing your bus streams. Just for that, Draco, we're in the cockpit. There's nothing there. There is nothing there. Everybody, welcome me in, Seamus. We have missed your bus streams, Seamus. Not play. Well, that's unfortunate, Dougal, but glad to have you in the chat for as long as you were anyway. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I don't know why I had my headset mic in front of my face, but there it was. I think yeah. If it's giving you that kind of issues, that's probably your only recourse is to say, look, it's faulty. There's something wrong with it. There's no reason why you should be having as many troubles with it as you've been having. Even Fabio's last couple of weeks have been rough on streamers and flight simmers. Fabio's been doing the best that he can, but he's just been riddled with just bad luck and lots of hardware problems. Then I had we won't talk about my last week. And then the world world update, that's what it is, came out, and it's caused problems in and of itself. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I think, yeah. Everybody's been beating the heck out of their machines, that's a very good point. Ooh, she bumpy. Oh, she bumpy. Yeah, we're gonna have to gain a little bit of altitude. Oh dear. Stop with the thing. So we're gonna go up to 5,500. Kingsman 9965, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Kozaki, my brother-in-law, is a truck driver, so Merce truck driving sims for a hoot. Carl knew right where he was driving. Nice. Up Dressman Hills. Yep. What's what in the sky? Clouds. Oh, the stutters are getting bad. Oh, the stutters are getting bad. That's the sun. Uh, 99 Seamus, so there's a lonely bus parked somewhere in Berlin exchanging messages with the Mooney or somewhere in Ireland. The G1000 was interfering every time I touched controllers on Murph stream yesterday, but it suggested reinstalling it. Right on. Yeah, they released a G1000 update late last night. Yeah, this stuttering is no bueno. It's not even the system, it's just the sim. Yeah, I'm not even running the something with it. I know whoever is in the DA62 is... Come on. But that shouldn't be affecting me. Here, we'll do this. Someone's got to do something, because this is unacceptable. I've heard of that issue, Dynasty, but I just haven't done it. It was fine up until, you know, like a minute ago. No. Default, I don't want to fly the default variant. Like I said, it was fine until like a minute ago. I'll do the Windows update, uninstall and reinstall, you know, tonight after the stream. Kingsman with the CTD as well. I didn't go to 50%. It's just not. Well, that's probably it. Yeah, like I said, I'll do the Windows update thing. I can't do it now because then it's gonna take an hour, and then I gotta, you know, stop the stream, and so I'll do that after tonight. Well, that would certainly do it, EL. That would certainly do it. But what's the performance like? Here we want a 21, a 24. For sure, I just moved servers, and so far it's been fine. So, you know, so far it's doing fine. And honestly, it's almost safer to fly in the US on the North Europe server, just in a general sense. Yeah, Roger RC. It's definitely a somewhere between a network thing and a Windows update thing. It may not necessarily be the sim itself, and it's certainly not my PC. Because outside of the stutters, the performance has gone up. It's just the stutters. They've just been a thing. Look at those mountains. I mean, Draco and I could write a book on the amount of network-related issues that we've discovered. Look at that. We'll try to do a rain dance for you, Seamus, but I can't guarantee anything. But good to have you in the chat for a minute. I had already crashed the sim. I remember because Windows wanted to update. This is why I sleep with the I sleep with a couple of things, but I'm not going to mention them on the stream. Let's just say you got to watch out for those Decepticons. They'll sneak up on you. Look at the state of that, though. Sure, we'll go with the hot water bottle. And a boomstick. This is my boomstick. Army of Darkness was such a just fun movie. Man, I haven't watched that in ages. Seeing the line of the clouds. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's been a bug for months now, and I don't know why it does that. Boulder honey rum in the crook of a tree. Oh, man. Just air pressure drops. Now this would be an uncomfortable airplane ride. Holy cow. You know, I never did load the flight plan into the thing. Pardon me. Champlin97 subscribed at Tier 1. Many thanks, dude. Hope you're well. Since the update was really Magic 888 is in. Good evening, all. Playing catch up. Roger that. We're working on things and stuff. Hey, there we go. Clouds are lowering. Altitude 5,500, 15 miles out. Roger. We had a few issues today so far, but I switched to the North Europe server and things seem to smooth out for a bit. So I think this airfield is going to be in the middle of some ridges. So West Virginia 52. Elevation's 941 feet. We've got a choice between runway 31 and 13. AWAS is 118.45. 118. Two niner at 27. Woof. So we're gonna land on runway 31. So we'll go ahead and adjust our altimeter. Oof. It's definitely between the updrafts from the ridges. Oh, look, a golf course. Boy, that's a heck of a golf course nestled in between some ridge lines. Hey, there's a neat airport. I think we landed at that airport. Yeah, HSP? Yeah, I think we landed there last week. How about that? So yeah, we can probably drop down 1,000 feet. Weird Ingalls Airport. Oh, wait a minute. What? It's not giving me the right information. How dare it? Green Bank Observatory. So, runway 30. Gotcha. Yeah, the clouds are definitely getting lower in the air. That's definitely a thing. wait until we get to about the 5. And then we'll hit the altitude button. Uh, 4,500, just clipping the tree chops. Roger. That's funny. I'm at 44. Should have been at 45. A little bit of headroom. Whoa. Look at the scenery, though. Yeah, the clouds are definitely moving in. If it wasn't for the fact that we're trying to get into this little airport that we're getting close to, it's got to be in like one of these clearings. It's getting close. And apparently we're getting icing? That's not great. Vertical speed, please. We don't want icing. Icing bad. It says 40. It's above freezing. I don't know why we're getting icing. Hopefully we'll miss this little bit of ridge line. weather is definitely closing in. At least it's a really long runway, yeah. This is what you call scud running, where you're trying to fly high enough to be, you know, safe, but staying under the cloud level too. Found the runway, and it's a good one. Nice. Scorpio just finished the in-flight meal, ready for landing. Awesome. We're getting close. About 10 out. Yep, right about. Dougal's airborne. Awesome, my dude. We're gonna have a fun landing. Dougal sees us coming. Awesome. Yeah, dangerous indeed. Dougal's getting ice as well. I think I'm at the level right at the base of the clouds. Temperatures, well, it's just getting lower. It must be right up there. This is Autogen. Is there a de-icer in the Seminole? Sort of. We got the defroster down over yonder by the co-pilot yoke. Whether it actually does anything or not, I don't think it actually does anything, which is kind of really, you know, annoying. Because it should. Yeah. I turn it on mostly as a feel-good sort of thing. Like, I'm doing what I can. It's not my fault it doesn't work. Pitot heat and carb heat for the engines and prey. Pretty much. Doesn't do anything for the windscreen, but thankfully the windows are fairly clear. So I want to say that it's up in here. Nice. Yeah, I like the 182 as well. Yep, there it is. Oh boy. Alright, so autopilot coming off. Mixture and prop full forward. Oh, hush. Nose coming up. Excuse me. Oh, shut it. You're coming down. Procon's in. Hey, what are you flying today? I am in the PA-44 Seminole from Coronado. Trying not to get lost. Hello. Excuse me, sir. I can't see through the back of your neck. Thank you. Initial notch of flaps out. Gonna kick some rudder in. Yeah, it's double cam. Don't look at me head. That was the don't look at me head cam. Gonna be a bit of a sporty landing. Flaps are maxed out. Everything's on that needs to be on. It really is, Purple Kona. I really enjoyed it. It's been a while since I've flown it, so I saw today as a fine opportunity for it. It's the runway. It's not marked, but it's nice and long. If I had a nickel. Hey, Winnaker popping in right at the landings. Ooh, that was a stiff landing. Not my worst. Quick break at work. Well, hope your work day is not, you know, spent dodging this, that, and the other thing like normal. Hope it's at least decent. Alright, so we're flaps coming up. Busy day for JW. Alright, so parking brake is on. Going to hit that button. We're going to no. Yes. On. Fly. Back. Resume. There is the man himself, Two-Tone Murphy, on final. There's our Bruschetta down. Chilled Corky's coming in. Google McTavish coming in as well. Murph checking out the Piper Arrow, probably the Just Flight one. and the new update. There's Chilled Corky in the Seminole. Druid Zeus in another Seminole. Nice. The GTN 750. Yeah, that's a fancy piece of avionics right there. Draco's in. Yeah, I'll have to do more messing around with the GTN 750. And Dougal with the Seminole. I seem to be on the wrong server. Well, we moved to the North Europe server. Well, I moved to the North Europe server, and everybody kind of followed. To North Europe. Yeah, North Europe. Oh, there's Scorpio. Roger RC. We'd kind of moved because we were getting some pretty nasty stutters on East US. So kind of hoping that kind of resolves itself to a certain degree. Let's see if there's Roger there. Watch Roger come in. Ooh, and the Robin. Nice landing. Alright, I think that's everybody. Magic 888. So, what I'm going to do... I'm going to get out and... I won't bother with that. So we're going to... That is departure. And we're going to KOKV. Missions, well, might keep it sporty. Go up to up there. Off. Stay on there. Change up the livery though. Subtoolkit. News. WV52. Well, that's kind of odd. Whatever. As long as it works. Hit the fly button. At 4400, looking for a way beneath the clouds, Roger. As Coffee House with the raid, my dude. How you doing, dude? Hope your flying is going well. Caught a little bit of your stream before I started off. How you doing, my friend? And our singleton's in. We've stopped scrolling chat. Our singleton's in. Wrangler Girl 78. Pilot Luke. Two-Tone Murphy says welcome to the Raiders. Draco Sensei says hello. Flying Dutchman is in. Good to see you. It is a coffee house raid indeed. Glad to have you in. Glad to have you as always. So we're just starting our second leg. We're here at West Virginia 52, so WV52, on our trip from Martinsville, Virginia to Richmond, Virginia, as in November 2241 Papa is following along with Pilot Luke 737. Many thanks, dudes. Coffee House with the 100 bits. Many thanks, my dude. Hope you're well. Much appreciated, my friend. Oh, what a day. Happy Thursday. Dunkart98 with the follow. Many thanks. I'm running out of water. So we are here with the Fireflies at West Virginia 52. We got to turn the namer tags off. Some traffic. We are on the North Europe server due to reasons. Guys. Betsy59, awesome. Glad to have you all along. So we're hearing the Coronado Piper Seminole and ooh. Performance. So those go down. Parking brake is set. Window open. Gotta open the fuel because it's kind of important to have fuel running to the engines. Set takeoff trim and clear prop. It's an odd sound for the engines, if I do say so. Whatever. Nav lights coming on. Taxi lights on. Turn up the music a little bit. So we'll go ahead and close that because that just sounded weird. Alright, so parking light. The parking brake even goes off. Come over, turn on there. Oh dear. This area is just absolutely bazonkers. I almost went to the wrong end of the runway. So we got Fireflies with us. We've got the Coffee House Army, or the Aerolite Army. That's it. That's the one. Words are not really my thing today. This is just a beautiful area. We're probably going to set a higher cruise altitude. We're probably going to go straight for 5,500 feet. If that's not high enough for the clouds, we'll probably go to 6,000. We got a bunch of Seminoles with us. Oop, there's a banana. Oh, don't hit the banana. So, one notch of flaps coming down. And we're here. And we're ready. So, we're set, ready. Well, who's ready? That's okay, I have the same thing. Words are not my strong suit, my dude. English is a very messy language. My heart goes out to anybody learning it as a second language, because it is very confusing, even for those of us that speak it as a first language. All right, slowly adding the power in. Looks like we got a TBM with us. And without effort, we're airborne. Oh, we got a spit with us. Nice. Here, coming up. Flaps coming up. Nice round building, apartment building there. Again, sorry for the no face camage today, just that kind of a day. Trimming down so we don't go too high too fast. We'll do one more circuit of the field. Alright. There's the magenta line. And we're already iced up. That's awesome. That's just great. So we're going to go ahead and it certainly is coffee house. Too bad the de-icing system doesn't work. So we're going to change that. Go to nav mode, vertical speed. We want to get there fast. Make sure that we're not going to run into anything. And that's where it doesn't. Yeah. Is what it is. Live weather being what it is. We'll try to get out of it as soon as we can. I still think firmly, I firmly believe that their icing effect is way too aggressive. I mean, you so much as get a whiff of a cloud in near the freezing temperature and iced. I think I had a dream once that they added that as a feature where it's like, oh, you can finally turn it off visually even. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, there's so much of a whiff of, half a cloud, but it looks like clear sky and ice. That's just, that ain't right. We don't want to listen to that. You can't turn off the visuals with the... That's very true. It's just... It'd be nice to be able to turn off the visual as well. Like, come on. Yeah, no kidding. That arrow, I mean, you want to talk about aircraft that weren't built for icing. That thing was certainly not designed for it. And your pilot would turn into a pilot sickle. Turn into an ice cube. And I'm not even talking about the wrapper. Just watching tonight, having issues with the internet again. No worries, I'm just happy to have you here, Kingsman. Okay, so performance chart. 21 inches at 2,400 RPM. Ooh, went too fast. Sure that's it for 7,000? Yep, 21 at 24. Now we got a Seminole cube, ice cube, coffee flavored popsicles. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it sounds great for a drink, but for, flying, not so helpful. Just breaking the clouds was gorgeous, yeah. So I wanted to get, and I like seeing the tops of the clouds, but getting through them when you have icing, it's just like, it's annoying. Just got the Aerolite today. It was for sightseeing. Tried it in Paris. Yeah, no, it's phenomenal. Viper Strikes Back. I'll start from the beginning. Had to track box turtles for college today. Oh boy. Clearing towards Winchester. Nice. Guess it's difficult for Soba to fix the icing on airframe to realistic effects. This has been an issue for some time now. Yeah, it must, either it is or they don't see it as a priority. Which, if they don't see it as a priority, I have questions. That said, if it is difficult, okay, I can accept that. Then again, it wouldn't have been that difficult for them to put POIs on the whole north coast of France and the France update, but they missed that too. So, but that's something else. Time to file an IFR flatbed. No kidding. Yeah, my only gripe about the Aerolite in Flight Sim, and it could 100% be accurate to real life, is it's kind of sluggish on the roll axis. It makes sense that it would be in real life too, but I haven't flown one, so that's the only thing it's done. It's like you go to turn life and it's just like it's kind of like going from 0 to 60 in old school Volkswagen Beetle. It'll get there, in its own time, but it'll get there. I have set up a key to turn on. Nice. I'm kind of hoping that the weather breaks and the temperature goes up. Not to mention that the weather breaks. Somebody said that it's going to break up the further west we go, or east even. East, west, it's all the same. Was it west is just east if you, or you go west if you go east long enough? You end up in the west? I don't know. Nobody's probably ever said that in the world except for me. Oh, let's check Meteor Blue, see what it has to say. So, let it load. The closer to the coast, the nicer it gets. We've got a nice tailwind. Richmond. Oh yeah. Well, honestly, I think we're towards the worst of it. Hard to believe. Yeah. Coffee House loves Halo. So do I, my friend. Actually talked to Dennis, who owns You Fly It, that makes Aerolite, and he said that's pretty normal compared to, yeah, that's what I said. It's like it makes sense that it would be sluggish compared to GA. I mean, you're dealing with basically a canvas covered air control surface instead of like metal, so it makes sense. It just, that's just a characteristic. There's nothing wrong. Ooh, pardon me. Nothing wrong with it by any means, but just it's a thing. Dude, hard to believe that Asobo haven't prioritized this icing stuff. Yeah. The list of things that I've been shocked that Asobo hasn't prioritized is about as long as my arm, and I got some long arms. So I looked on Media Blue, and it looks like the further, or this is probably going to be the cloudiest lake. Once we get closer to Richmond, it'll start breaking up. Of course, that could change by the time we get to Kilo Oscar, Kilo Victor. This is the fixed product. Now it's a feature. I hate ragging on Asobo too much, because, I mean, the sim still is phenomenal, but there are just some things it's just like, why hasn't this been addressed? Or why wasn't this a thing? Or, you know, they raise a lot of questions. I think they raise more questions than they answer sometimes. It is what it is, though. We're still enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it. And at the end of the day, that's what really matters. They try. They do. It's not like this was a smart. Yeah, I mean, you're trying to replicate. They try to put flight simming into the next generation, especially with in respect to graphics. So they're doing the best they can, and doing this stuff is not a simple task. So it can be easy to sit here and be a bench quarterback and sit here and say this, that, and the other about why haven't they done this, why haven't they done that, and blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm still going to enjoy it any way I can. It's kind of like Murph putting out the video on the F-16 today. I have no doubt in my mind that the DCS elitist folks are going to try to, you know, say this and that and crap all over it. But at the end of the day, it's not meant to be study level. It's not meant to be, you know, to the level of DCS. So comparing the two is just silly. You know, the dude's got a passion project and he's probably learning as he goes on how to do this stuff. I'd rather try to help the guy with some constructive feedback than, you know, crap all over his project, because that's just, you know, you don't do that. That's just not kind. You know, help the guy out. If you have knowledge, to help him out and say, well, it should be like this and it shouldn't be like this, and, you know, try to help him build. That's how you build up the community. That's how you help people up. You don't put them down. Look at that. Yeah, I think it went live at 2:30 our time, Draco. But it definitely looks like a add-on to keep your eye on, so to speak. It's getting there, Shuffle Shoes. It's getting there. Still want the F-15 first. I mean, the F-15 that's out there now, I'd watch her to go on sale, but I enjoy still throwing that around from time to time. You're down on the TBM. You know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to crap on DCS. I thought of this last night. DCS is to Microsoft Flight Sim as iRacing is to Forza Motorsport, or to Gran Turismo, or, you know, it's that DCS is that next level. That DCS is that sim that you invest in heavily, that you have to put an investment of time and energy and money into, and it's very good at what it does. Things like Forza Motorsport or Gran Turismo or Microsoft Flight Sim, they're the more accessible, still realistic, but accessible sim that anybody can enjoy, on no matter your skill level. You know, iRacing, you have to spend the time learning a car, learning the tracks and that sort of thing. You know, DCS is the same way, just for, you know, fighter planes. And it's okay to have both. You just have to set your expectations appropriately, you know? That was interesting. A CTD on the sim and a crash on Twitch. Ooh. There's the F-16 in the sim market. Not that I'm aware of, Kingsman. It's just come out this past Sunday. And he's still working on it. So I'm not 100% sure that it's in sim marketplace just yet. 99 Owls, well, it was good to have you along, 99 Owls. Sorry that Twitch and the sim crashed on you. R. Singleton, I don't know what that is. What is that? Is that a stack of pancakes? Because now I want pancakes. Pancakes sound so good. Maybe some waffles. Waffles are good too. At least IHOP is on DoorDash. Biscuit? Don't get me started on biscuits. Then I'm going to have to get Lee's Chicken. Or Popeyes. Y'all making me hungry. Risket Biscuit? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm up for lunch that helps. For breakfast, I had, was it 6 scrambled eggs with some American cheese laid on top of it to halfway melt, and then some sausage links. And I had that maybe a couple hours before the stream. Pancakes, yes. I want pancakes. Big fluffy pancakes and bacon. Syrup. Maple syrup. I'm hungry. Y'all start talking about food and you're all making the streamer hungry and I can't get food yet. Too complicated DCS, too much time to master it. 100% Goblin. Yeah, like I had Jane's F-15 back in the day, and it was too complicated for where I was when I had it. Not to mention I didn't have the right computer hardware to run it properly, so I was way out of my depth with Jane's F-15, but it was still a phenomenal thing. DCS is just, it's not as accessible just because of the time and effort investment, not to mention the financial investment you have to make into it. You know, it's like it's the iRacing of flight sim, except it doesn't do anything for general aviation. It's only for combat sims. Ooh, biscuits and gravy. Oh man. Jaco, I'm in the mode for a chicken hero and some breaded mushrooms. That sounds interesting. I installed DCS simply since I don't have the time. Yeah, and that's why I haven't touched it either, Dougal. Is it looks interesting. It looks like I could have some fun with it, but for the time investment that it would take to get anywhere decent at it, I just don't have that kind of patience. It took me a day to know how to launch a Maverick at a tank. It should, yeah. It really is magic. Magic. Janes were quite complicated, but I used to fly F-15 and longbow. Janes, man. Chevy 1, Fox 2. Man. That was the day. The clouds seem to be thinning out. That's nice. Alright, where is... We are going to... Kilo... Where is it? Kilo... Winchester Regional. AWAS 124.85. Well, look at that. I'll be darned. So if we can get down to 3,500 safely. 11,000 still a heavy cloud on live too. Ugh. North side runway. Just watching and enjoying the stream. The excessive windscreen icing can be cleared rapidly with a key to the toggle windshield de-ice controls. Works for all aircraft, but it's not good for realism. You may... I'll have to look into that. I'm gonna do that now because this is aggravating. Just having the ice here, just doing nothing. That's the wrong set of options there, Colonel. So we go to keyboard and we search by name, D, ice, toggle, windshield D ice. Toggle windshield. So we want that as a okay, maybe not that button. How about I? There we go. Fly and save. Richmond, Virginia. I appreciate that, Tom LaCrab. Really do. Hopefully, this clears up. Richmond, Virginia, the capital of the state of Virginia, is the capital of the Confederate States of America. That loser of a failed state. It's home to many historic museums and homes. Yep, very nice. I play a lot of Fleet Command, and I have it working on Steam. Nice. Ah. Hey, we can see. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Somebody tell Murph that. So that being said, I'm gonna turn that off because it's noisy. So we're gonna go to vertical speed. We're gonna go down 500 foot a minute. And hit the thing. Do appreciate that again, Tom LaCrab. I think it's kind of they do why some of the things they do make me question my whole existence of why. Just why. But that is insanely helpful for aircraft that don't necessarily have it. Hope it works with the 172. It is kind of silly, though, if you think about it. It's like all the defrosters that are in airplanes and that, they don't activate that. Yeah, talk about life hacks. Flight sim hacks. Look at all the trees. So I had before installed some sort of foliage mod that fixed the render distance for trees. But the latest world update says that they fixed it. I think they fixed it. Right. That's what confuses me. It's just like windshield defrost. You turn it on, nothing happens. It's just like, why you no work? Why? You should work. You do thing. You do thing as advertised. I mean, it's great that my virtual pilot's feet are nice and toasty now, but clear the ice off the windshield, man. I never could get into coffee. I never could. I could drink cappuccino. Like the gas station cappuccino that's powdered stuff. Which is basically glorified hot chocolate. But like there's at least as far as the stereotypes for the U.S. military, you're usually addicted to one of three things, and it's energy drinks, coffee, and smoking or chewing. I don't smoke. I don't chew. I'm not into coffee, but I have the odd energy drink. You have a good night, Chill Corky. Glad to have you along. As always, we'll look forward to seeing you in the Discord and the other streams. Oh, what, you've just went Well, that's where I was, so I right back to where I started. Brewing coffee, right? Very nice. Terminators, how you doing, dude? Caffeine and cigarettes, yeah. It's 3 things power veterans: caffeine, nicotine, and hate. I don't have any of those things. Well, I have a caffeine thing, but I don't let hate run my life. I don't smoke, so actually we'll hold altitude here. I've learned in life that life is too short to let hate and fear rule you. Oh yeah, ibuprofen, yeah, vitamin I. Tell me about it. I've from time to time I'll go a couple of days without taking it, and by the 3rd day my body's just like, "What are you doing to me? What are you doing? Stop! Why don't you love me anymore?" It's certainly nice at the clouds. Look at the terrain, though. Just the rolling mountains. They're just everywhere. Did I ever put the flaps up? I don't know if I ever put the flaps up. Well, they're up now. Yeah, I just can't do coffee. I don't know what it is. Like the gas station Speedway cappuccino, that stuff I can do, but that's still like glorified hot chocolate. I don't necessarily think it counts as, cappuccino. Goblin says, I put minus 23 degrees Celsius. The Aero 3 does not seem to get ice. Ooh. Until I had hip replaced, I was on 800 milligrams vitamin I 3 times a day for 30 years. Got my hip replaced. No more pain, no more pills. No kidding. Yeesh. Hip replacements that's a nasty surgery. Hip surgery is almost as bad as having a back surgery. It's okay to be biased, Coffee. Everybody has a bias one way or another. I get my caffeine from places that are, well, I mean, they're energy drinks and pop, so they're not that great for me. I would rather be on something like coffee that was kind of adds a little less around the midsection. Oh, you're a flying red guy. I can't say it on stream. See, I'm a descendant of a screaming eagle. But I won't hold that against you. Best thing I ever done, and the recovery was much better than I expected. Yeah. Kozaki's hip replacement was smooth. Nice. The more modern ways of doing that stuff too is a lot better. First news station was Hunter First. Oh, nice. Two-Tone Murphy says speaks in Curry. Airs out Toe Gunner. Ooh, nice. I was a nobody. I was a nobody. Look at the... Now, if I didn't know any better, I would say it was like autumn with these trees. Because look at those trees. They're like kind of brownish. You can't sit here and tell me that they can't do seasons because look at those trees. It's so nice. If you had some real coffee, you'd not be the same ever again. It's very true. ROTC, nice. I went National Guard right in high school. I didn't get anywhere. Didn't go anywhere. Didn't do anything. Look at the scenery, though. What's that? Those have got to be things. Like mines, maybe? Like, not the mines, but, you know, the Disney, the Seven Dwarfs Snow White mines, maybe? Ooh, 11 Bravo. Yeah, my dad. What was my dad? I think he's like, whatever the thing was for, because my dad was in the 1st to the 16th under the Big Red 1. He was a tank driver. Arabica beans. How's the VR going, Catbat? Steve Solo UK is here. Hello, hello. How you doing? Hope you're well. One more mention of the coffee, and I have to make another one now at 11 in the evening. Do it, L. Do it, EL. You know you want to. Aha. Anti-armor specialist. Nice. Yeah, my dad drove the M60s. Well, he learned to drive the M60s. We have a bean to cup machine, and I'm addicted to good coffee. I think that's a big part of it. You know, the Maxwell House stuff is just kind of like, it's coffee, technically. Material I've ever had was Jamaican Blue Mountain, also the Hawaiian Kona. Ooh. That's a fair point, EL. That is a fair point. I don't think your work would like it for you to show up, you know, half awake and say, yeah, you stayed up because you had a cup of coffee and we're watching Flight Sim. Good coffee and a bit of flavor, creamer, and perfection. Oh, I bet. I know nothing about coffee. My mom didn't drink coffee. My dad would, but well, I didn't spend a lot of time with my dad as a kid, unfortunately. Serious Neil is back. Phew, this is why I should have. Well, it's all good, Seamus. Just remember, kick your feet up. You're with friends, and this is a relaxed part of the day. Relansky, my wife got me a mug with trees. I apologize for everything I said before my first coffee. Nice. The VR is going great. Not easy to chat, though. 100% Catbat. It's one of the reasons why I don't do VR a lot during Murph streams, is because between modding and chatting, it's hard to do. But VR is such a wonderful experience. Coffee House. Next up is Ethiopian. Sure. If I want good, strong, dark roast, French roast is my daily drinker. No worries, working from home. Just need to log in a laptop. There you go, EL. See, I think my issue with coffee is a lot like it is with beers. Or most beers. It's a strong bitterness. I can't do strong, bitter taste. Like, I need something to Mountain Dew for breakfast. That's not far off from what I've done with Rippets. I was saying something. Yeah, I'm not a beer guy. I like Guinness. That's about as beer as I get. I can't do the Miller Lights and the Budweisers and the domestic stuff. Just too bleh. There's like one called Oberon that's kind of orangey. I tried that once and it was just ugh. Coffee is bitter. If coffee is bitter, it's not brewed right. That's probably 100% true. I've not had anything other than like Folgers or Maxwell House out of a coffee maker. Oh snap! That's our airport. Speaking of, always drink 3 coffees a day, no sugar. So nope, that's the wrong button. Nope, that's the wrong button too. To be fair, US beer is not beer. I fully believe that, 100%. Viper Strike, we are on the North Europe server currently due to issues. So what we're going to do, as probably going to the cockpit to a lot of beeping. This is our airport. Oh, hush, you. Ow. Here in Bavaria, not drinking beer is... Oh, I bet. That's why you don't like coffee, Max. Yeah, it's mud water. 100%. I'm open to experiencing real, beer and real coffee. It's just I don't have necessarily the pull to do it on my own. Not to mention I don't have like a coffee maker or Keurig thing. Okay, so the gear speed should be within there. The gear coming down, we can start really dropping the throttle. Keep the airfield in sight. And we got talking about food and coffee and pancakes, and I lost track of where we were. I like the bean to cup machines for their consistency. That makes sense. So it grinds. I'm assuming what it does is it grinds the beans in it and then just kind of does everything else. Which runway? That's an excellent question. I need to find the answer to that. 1-4, probably. Kozaki says runway 14, so we'll give that a go. Probably prepared coffee doesn't need cream sugar. If it does, it ain't right. Also, coffee makers curious. Aha, that's fair enough. Where I live, it's all about the bourbon. Nice. EL prefers his coffee black. Just coffee, no milk, no sugar, no nothing. Oh, we need to turn in more. Something zoomed. I think NATO's gotten wind of her coming in. Flaps full. We'll salvage this landing. Promise you. Nope, windsock's going definitely in the other direction, so we're landing with the tailwind. Hot brakes, hot brakes. Go away. stupid notification. Alright. We're down. Just go away. Getting all notifications for silly things. I don't care about them right now. I've got flying to do. Come on. Flight sims. Just do what I'm telling you to do. Come on, there we go. Yeah. Live weather was showing wind out of the north. Yeah, so we wanted the other runway. It's all good. 3-0 or whatever. Yeah, we still made it down. Use a pour-over device invented by a German guy in the 1940s or a French press to grind the beans fresh. Use a boiling kettle and hand pour at a ratio of approximately 14:1. Weighed out as I pour via gram scale. Consistency is amazing and brewed properly. That's it. Pour-over device is called Chemex. Hence your name. There's Druid Zeus, HCBR, Arbushet is down, Masonic Lake, Roger RC, and Steve Solo UK are all down. Oh, that was a lot of stuff. Okay, so flight planning. UKRC. There's Papa Joe B. Good to see you, my dude. There's Scorpio. Okay, I think mostly good. Test Pilot 72, Cat Bat. And the extra. And EL737 is asking about the perfect temperature. Terminator says it sounds like an enjoyable experience, making it precise and tasty. Well, it certainly sounds better than just tossing a machine, hitting the button, and there he goes in. I don't know if I ever zoomed. Arbushet. And a CTD. That's great. Why not? Let's see. Well, while you guys talk about coffee, I'm going to get Flight Sim back up and running. Coffee house, so you usually let it come to boil and then wait 20 to 30 seconds, 200 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. It truly is, takes only about 45 minutes and is my morning afternoon piece. Nice. I mean, I'll say this: the describe process sounds like it takes a lot longer than it really does, which is interesting to me because the describe process, I think it's like a lot of things. It sounds more complicated than it really is, especially when you have no idea what you're doing. So it's always going to sound more complicated than it really is. It's like streaming, except streaming is kind of complicated, depending on how fancy you want to go. Y'all have my respect. I just can't drink it after working a radio station. It was a CTD. It happens. Look, we were on the ground. It was okay. It's the CTDs when I'm on less than a mile from the landing that get me worked up. I'm on the ground. I know I did the flight, got it in. Outside of that, meh. Not gonna sweat it. It's not like flying for 6 hours over the Atlantic Ocean from South America to Africa to, getting a less than a mile on final and having a CTD. Now that wouldn't make me upset at all. Heaven forbid. That shouldn't make anybody upset. Not at all. Let's see, we're there to Richmond. This one's important because we have a POI that doesn't list right there, which is the raceway. So there. Closer to. Good. I don't want to start at runway. Do those shifts. Yeah. You guys talking coffee. I was unable to join chat. Well, formation flying in VR. I don't do pour over yet. That's fancy. I do grind to a certain size and try to make a consistent espresso. That's as far as I get for now. Right on. Just shoot the screen. Relax. Some sweet, yeah. Alright, that should be good. That should be good. Let's do it. Pardon me. Gosh. Y'all making me hungry and thirsty and all these things. It's got the taste buds going, so it's got to be a Jameson on ice. Nice. Have you, Scorpio, have you ever had Jameson Black Barrel? I can't help the yawning. It's that kind of a day. The weather's kind of gloomy in Michigan, or at least on the west side. I guess the sun's kind of trying to come out a little bit. It's not my fault. It's the Empire's. Or something. I saw the track marked on the Jefferson map charts. Nice. Dougal McTavish. Have a coffee then. I gotta have something. Alright, so we've got to. I've still got a couple of bottles since Christmas. Nice. Jameson Black Barrel is real nice. We'll just have a CTD sitting on the ground. That's kind of what happened to me. Alright, so it was on. Set trim for takeoff. We want those on. That's off. Beacon on. Yeah. I've been teetotal since 1983, so good tea and coffee have become vital. Nice. I miss a good single malt. I really enjoy. I don't drink a lot. And that's why I buy the good stuff. Granted, the bottles of Jameson Black Barrel I have were gifts. But I try to buy better stuff just because I don't drink that often, so that when I do drink, I'm drinking the good stuff. Alright, So we turn you on, make sure you're on VFR. It was with the failure. Huh. Well then. Let's see. So we want to turn nav, GPS, vertical speed, 500. Make sure that's set. All right. Check the windsock, it's blowing, so we're going to take off down here. So, let's roll, shall we? Oh dear. For whatever reason, it seems like performance is worse on the ground. On the ground. For whatever reason. I can't make head nor tails of it. Rejoined at KOKV. Roger. Well, it looks like we've got a CJ4 amongst us. He's the imposter. Just check the stock. Black barrel and crested. Ooh. Okay, let's figure out where this CJ4 is going. Or is that a longitude? That might actually be the longitude. Yeah, that's the longitude. Okay, flaps down, strobe, taxi light off. Landing light on. T's and P's are in the green. Alright. 3-2, clear for takeoff. Mixture rich. Slowly add in the fuel, or the fuel. Throttle. I can't words today. I can barely think straight. Just like a cloud of air, we're off the ground. You're coming up. Flaps coming up. Oh, look at them. They're getting ready. They're getting ready for the flyover at Richmond International Raceway. Yeah, she just wanted to fly. Get it into the wind, get the right trim settings, and just whoop. Don't have to do anything. We'll do another loop around. And I can't wait for Milviz to put out their 310. Above the ground. I don't know. I was thinking about 3,500, seeing if that would work. This is a nice dirt track, though. Don't know the name of it. It's probably Winchester. Yeah, about 3,500 feet probably. Or maybe, you know, whatever. I watch 310 Pilot on YouTube a lot. I'll have to look him up. I just like the look of the 310. And there's a sim crash. Or a hang up. Maybe it'll work. No, it's gonna crash. Yeah, there it goes. Way to go, Flight Sim. What are you doing? There we go. About time. My gosh. You know what? I like you, Sim Toolkit Pro, but you're gonna have to, you know, you're grounded. It does not like this airport. It's okay. We shall prevail. We'll push on. No need for upsetage. Oh, no. Well, it's actually running. The loading screen's real nice, though. Gotta give it that much. Yep, no sense of getting upset. Just press on forward. We got a nice words. Finish the thought before speaking. It usually helps. I have a good weekend planned of streams. So no Murph streams tomorrow. I might throw in a bonus stream just to finish up last Sunday's flight. Then Murph streams tomorrow. Allie streams Saturday. Ailerons may stream on Sunday. Then our normal stream. Then Monday it's back to Murph and JW. And Tuesday it's me and JW. And who knows? May get bonus streams of other things in the meantime. Alright. Let's see. Let's try this one more time with feeling. Switch back to East. No, I didn't click on West Europe. Flight plan. And we're just gonna go ahead and take off and roll. Flight condition. Out there, and we're going. Is Twitch still good? Twitch chat still there? Okay. I just hadn't heard anything. I was just like, am I talking to nobody? Because I do that to myself when the camera's not on. Dunkar98's here. Good to see it. Magic 888's still there. Awesome. Okay, I'm not going insane. Or at least any further than I already am. Good to know. That's comforting. Alright. One more time with feeling. Mags. Fuel. Fuel. Here. All flaps. There we go. Enough out of you. Nav and vertical speed. Alright. Altimeter, directional gyro, parking brake. Oh, well, let's cut the grass. I won't mind. Look at all the spoiled the reference in Richmond. I have to have a look when I get up. Alright, mixture's full. Straight in autopilot mode. It's a nice little airfield. Doesn't like flight sim at all. Beautiful, beautiful area. We are sure booking it. On about 145 indicated on our initial climb. Double check my altimeter set correctly. On ground speed. Oh, nice. I probably missed it. Ground speed? That's probably wrong. Alright, so we're probably going to kick this up a little bit. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? So we're getting close to cruise altitude. Ready to turn the altitude hold button on. Oh, how about that? There's Thunderflies doing their Thunderfly thing. Okay, so we're backing down our engine power a little bit. Let's see, 3,000. 2300 RPM, we can go to 24.9. Well, at least the weather's broken up and it's looking nice. now that we're on our way to Richmond. Water bottle still out. Oh gosh. I almost think that this plane would look better with a traditional tail, not the T-tail. Look at them go. They are absolutely amazing at what they do. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication that they put into it. Colt Dixon is now following. Many thanks, dude. Hope you're well. With a traditional tail, it would be a twin Comanche. Fair enough. It's a very strong, fair point. Doing okay? Just flying down to Richmond. Gonna overfly the racetrack and then come in for a landing. Can't type. Oh. Just have to find it manually. Let's see, where is South 53? Here's Richmond. Oh. Can you do a barrel roll? This plane is not built for barrel rolls. If I were in something like an Extra or a Spitfire or a Corsair, I'd be more than happy to do that. Tito Murphy, he could, but then he'd spill my drink, and that would... Well, we don't want to make Murph sad. You know, we were just talking about coffee. You know, I've had a couple of donuts, and, you know, you do a barrel roll, and it just kind of gets all over the place, and then you have to get it out of the seats, and clean the upholstery. And that the powdered sugar they put on donuts, that just gets everywhere. Cinnamon, oh, don't get me started. Papa Joe B installed a little nav map last week and really enjoy using it, not only for planning but for a pop-up display to check on airport information that's actually, which is usually current. Well, I've got the Navigraph, so it updates nav data in both SimToolkit Pro and Little Nav Map, and I use both. I mostly use Little Nav Map for flight planning. Their user interface takes a lot to get used to and a lot of figuring out. And there go the Thunderflies. There's that, and I don't like the way they display the VATSIM airspaces. not as useful. Otherwise, I'd use Little Nav Map a lot more. But it is a very good program. Tom Crab, enjoyed watching your stream, and it's bedtime for me now. Well, actually, you take it. Have a good night, Tom Crab. Happy to have you along. Thanks for the advice on the de-icer. And you rest well. Nobody would hear you crying in your soundproof room, Murph. Yes, but we would know that he was doing that. That's what was going on, and I couldn't live with myself doing that. Okay, there are clouds. I had to question if live weather was being silly or not. Taxi to parking, KVIC. If Murph falls down in a soundproof room, does anybody realize he's gone? The stream would know because he wouldn't have gone live. If only he had installed that bin cam. Nobody can hear a gin bottle opening. It always comes back to the gin and the stolen gin. Don't mess with the gin. We kid because we care, Murph. Logs too. Oh, goodness. This is really a nice airplane. You know, it's the instrument panel is definitely of the modern variety, and that's okay. At least it's not, you know, a glass cockpit. Too many of those going on. Was this the longest? This is the longest the snooze PC has run. I'm a good luck charm. I'm just gonna say it. I'm the good luck charm. So how much money did you pay your wife to not to kill you after the stream last night? I played that for my wife and she was dying and hit me for it. Look at the thunderflies go. It really is. It's a nice airplane. Very well modeled. You know, it's got nice seats. Flies well. I mean, the only criticism I've ever had on it is just like the autopilot system is weird. But you get used to it. Yeah, it's kind of like anything. You get, once you use it enough times, you get you start to understand how it functions, and then it's not so weird anymore. It's just, it's different than like the Cessna ones, and not that that's a bad thing. The one that really puts my brain through a loop is the Mooney's autopilot for altitude hold. That one really kind of confuses me whenever because I don't fly the Mooney enough to make it habit. There's a little airport. So winds are 331 at 19. So we want runway 34. Wait. 331? Yeah, so we're going to want runway 34. Yeah, 331 at 19, so we're going to want runway 34. That'll give us a nice headwind, a little bit of a crosswind for our landing. We'll turn that off. That was easy. Dial your altimeter into the... Right, it's an order of process. I just haven't done it enough times. It's just one of those things. It's not hard, especially when you're used to it. It's just remembering the order in which to do things. Don't bunch into it, George. It was worth it. Right. I would honestly rather you get used to the Mooney's autopilot than this or the arrows. Not saying either. I'm not saying that the one in the Seminole of the Arrow is bad. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. It's too bad nobody clipped that bit. I should have thought of it. Murph is a loose cannon when he gets a week off of work. Look at him go. I mean, Murph's normally a madman, but you give him a week off of work and oh boy. I don't think we've seen the Tina Turner wig this week, have we? Did he wear it on Monday at all? He didn't stream on Monday. Streamed on Sunday, and I don't remember the wig coming out. And I'm pretty sure it didn't come out yesterday, so we haven't seen the Tina Turner wig this week. They really are, Dougal. They're getting fantastic. I mean, they're already great. Think of where they're going to be a year from now. I went back through it to play it for her wife. She was laughing, and I was in tears. And then she said, "That's for Mrs. Two-Tone. What'd you do?" It's for Fridays only. It's my Friday frock. Yeah, that and your maternity pants. Tina Turner McGinty. The cat hit it. The cat probably thought it was another cat and buried it out back in the garden. Territorial. I was going to say that, but was in a hot tub. Buried it behind the hot tub. Oh, gosh. Oh. Laughter is good medicine, folks. Oh. I don't want to think. I can barely think at all, and that's the last thing I need. I want to try to think of something that'll break your brain. Think of a crossover between Christopher Walken and William Shatner. Oh. There'll be a hat for everyone. Oh, goodness. Hey, is that another golf course? Pretty sure that was a golf course. Oh, look, it's like a golf course in a neighborhood. And that's what you get when you cross a wig with a cat. Tina Turner McGinty. It's definitely flattened out as far as terrain goes, but it's still lovely countryside. Love hats. My U-boat skippers is required. Nice. Yeah, I'm a big hat person. Not only are their skills improving, but they're multiplying in numbers too. So they keep getting better, and ends up being more of them. Who sounds like Christopher Walken and William Shatner, then angry? That's Murph. You're just describing Murph. So off our left wing out yonder by around the direction that the Thunderflies currently are is Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. No, oh, jeez. There is that as well. And here they come. Where are we? Where are we on the map? We are gonna buy some lakes. I think we're officially in, technically in the A-Diz right now. Let's see. There's my laziness. Well, there we go. Oops. Yeah, we're definitely in the A-Diz. So we're coming up on Lake Anna. I mean, Darlington's a bigger speedway. It's less of a short track getting into the intermediates. I think it provides much better racing than Richmond does. I'm just glad to see it getting 2 spots on the schedule again instead of just 1. The Martinsville, see, I think there's been way too many intermediates, and I'm glad that they're starting to add a few more road courses too. I'm a bit biased to like MIS, but it's understandably not exactly the most thrilling of tracks just because it's big, it's wide, but it can have some pretty good... Talladega's amazing. I almost like Talladega better than Daytona, except Daytona's more iconic. But Talladega is definitely there, or up there. I never really watched a race at Kentucky, but I never really heard that many good things about it. It was just another cookie-cutter mile-and-a-half track. It'll be interesting to see NASCAR race on Circuit of the Americas down in Texas. Kind of wished, yeah, words. Riverside was still a thing. That was a fun racetrack. Arsenal FC 1886 is in. Good to see you, dude. How are you doing? Hope you're well. We're flying into Richmond, Virginia. Ooh, there's a hole in the ground. There's a couple holes in the ground. How about them apples? Well, give it a whirl, see if it works. You never know. There go the thunder flies. A couple 100 miles from our house. Yeah, it's a few. Yeah. We took off from Martinsville, flew up north to West Virginia, then flew to Winchester, and now we're flying into Richmond. Gonna overfly the racetrack. I hear a DA62. I see a DA62. Ah, right on. Well, it won't be too long before we make our way into North Carolina on the Thursday series. Not too long. I think Coke 600's in May. So yeah, next month. No, those are live players. doing the formation flies. They are the Thunderflies, the in-house flying demonstration team of Two-Tone Murphy. We're actually in Virginia. So we're in, we flew from West Virginia into Winchester, Virginia, and then we're flying south into Richmond. But next month we'll be flying towards, making our way to Charlotte Motor Speedway. My Thursday series is very much themed around chasing the NASCAR schedule. Like that airplane that's right behind me up here, that's a real person. All these lights, they're real people. I'm a real boy. Choking. It's Scorpio in the DA62. That's the truth, Dougal. Ugh. They're definitely getting better every time that they do it. And there we have Richmond, Virginia. Downtown. They really are, Dougal. So we're about to be right over to the racetrack. Attempting first ILS in the 182. Nice. It's been interesting to see the location of the tracks in relation to the cities. Like Martinsville and Bristol are all far away or out away from the city, but like Atlanta and Richmond have been like, and Daytona for that matter, have all been right in the city. So I believe this is the raceway right here, and luckily it looks like it's within photogrammetry, so it might be fairly decently represented. No, the jets are coming from everywhere. They're getting formed up for the flyover pre-race. There it is. I think it's like a 0.75. It's basically a 3/4 mile short track. There it is in all its glory. That's pretty neat. Very cool. That is pretty slick. Pretty slick. Glad to have you along, Arsenal. You have a good workout, and we'll catch you later. Cool. It's nice to see the racetracks in photogrammetry, because otherwise it just, they almost look, I don't want to say disappointing, but that's about the best word I could come up with. So we're going to go ahead and disable the autopilot. Oh, hush. Because we have an airport to land at. Does it say on? Do you land on or at an airport? I guess that's a philosophical question to some degree. So we're going to make for left traffic. Oh, hush. Shut it. Gotta get that speed down. So we can lower the gear and land. That's kind of what I figured, but I mean, you never know. It's on the ground. The airport is on the ground, so you're landing on the ground at the airport. But technically the ground is the airport, so one could argue that you are landing on an airport. It's an odd argument, but nonetheless. Oh, good night. Just let me get my speed down and get the gear out. There we are. After landing, the plane is on the ground. Yes. Richmond's minor league baseball team is called the Flying Squirrels. I love it. We got the... Ooh, hello. Keeping the runway in sight. One notch of flaps comes out. There's the threshold. 100% coffee house. Okay, so notch of flaps in. We're going to turn base. Nobody tell NATO. Last notch of flaps, come in. Go ahead and look straight. Runway coming up to the left. Gonna overshoot it a little bit. Add some power because we're probably a little low on the glide slope. GS glide slope, not ground speed. Pick that just thinking back to what Kozaki was saying earlier. Ground glide slope, not ground speed. I'm dumb. We do have a bit of a crosswind, so we have a little bit of work to compensate for it. Oh. Barely knew the mains touchdown. Woo, that was a nice one. It's a little tricky with the crosswind, but we nailed it. And we're going to taxi off the old runway. Flaps coming up. Roger that, Viper. So we're gonna pull off here. Parking brake is on. Turn the avionics off. Hit that so it counts the flight. Hit that. 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 On. Fly. Back. Resume. Got Arborchetta in, then Draco. Roger that, Viper. Skimming the ILS is Arborchetta. One of these days, I'm going to get my real license for flying. And this is going to be a tool to help. There's Draco. There's a flyover of one of the MB339s. Roger RC. Very nice. There's Scorpio in the DA62. Nicely buttered, my friend. As Viper Strike takes off in the Aerolite. Oh, here they come, and Sean Lego Man. Thunderflies are doing their thing. Here comes Viper in the Aerolite. There's Sean Lego Man in the Longitude. Should have the Thunderflies coming in any moment. Or at least so I would have thought. There's Wayne Butler. Okay, now they're coming in. This dude's this random guy to the right is probably wondering what in the world's going on. Who are all these people and why are they here? There's Wayne Butler. Well done, guys. Delta Geppy. Nicely done, guys. Very awesome. There's Roger RC coming in. See the blinky lights. It's a nice airfield. There's Roger. That's the Air National Guard area, and there's an F-15 there. Nice. There's the city off in the distance. Oh dear. You have a good night, Dougal. Glad you enjoyed it. You're always welcome here, my friend. Hope you're holding up well, and we'll catch you on the next stream and in the Discord. And Rogers is... Ooh, that's a hard landing. Old veteran is in. Good to see you. Glad to have you along. Scorpio is off for his Jameson top-up. Good night, and thanks for the flight. Glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along. Glad to have you along, as always. And... Whoa. We'll get here in the tower as we watch the Thunderflies for our closeout. But until next time, I do thank you, all the new follows, all the new follows, everybody that watched, everybody that hung with me today as I was dealing with my headache. No face camage. But I'm glad you all came along for the flight, or even if you were just in the chat and coming to hang out with me. You know, appreciate the raid from Coffee House. Thank you to all of you for coming in, saying hello, or even if you just lurked and stayed quiet. I do appreciate every single one of you. Hope you all have a great night tonight, and may your Friday go by swiftly as we look forward to the weekend. But until next time, be good to each other. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.